Members of the CSA working group, civil servants of the different government offices, and potential executive members of the association all met to take part in the election which took place on all the islands. Here in Providenciales, the election was held at the Gustavus Lightbourne Complex, downtown Providenciales, last week, Thursday, January 6th. News 4 attended the Providenciales election and majority ruled in favor of a show-of-hand voting method for the election of the island president of Providenciales. Hugh Adams was elected for that post. Shortly after announcing the name of island president of the CSA, the ballot voting began for the posts of president of other island CSA branches. News 4 has finally received an update on the outcome of the election. Island president of Grand Turk is Henry Saunders, Saul Key Rashina Soares, South Caicos Shamay Cook, and island president of North Caicos is Jasmine Walken. Executive members of the overall association were elected as well. Vice President of the CSA is Director of Disaster Management Jamel Robinson, Treasurer of the CSA, Collector of Customs Stuart Taylor, Samantha Williams Glinton sits as Secretary General of the CSA, and Louise Thomas of the Education Department will be the Public Relations Officer of the association. News 4 was unable to speak with the newly elected members, but will do so in a follow-up. In the meantime, President of the CSA, also elected for his position, Director of Health Rufus Ewing, in one of the CSA working group meets, outlined the importance of the revitalization of this group, talking about some of the issues civil servants are being faced with today and what he would like to see be done in order to help correct some of those issues.
Lots of times people, when they don't perform, there are lots of reasons why they don't perform. They don't perform either because they don't know how to do the job. They don't perform because they don't have the resources to do the job. They don't perform because they don't want to do the job. Okay? So we need to find out exactly what are the reasons why civil servants as civil servants individually and why the civil service as a civil service collectively is not performing. And you can only then formulate a plan as to how you're going to deal with the civil service by knowing exactly what the problem is. And what the problem is, all right? And what the problems are within the, all right? So the association themselves, and I think it's very important that it'll be very good, and I think that is one of the first things that I would like to see the association do, is to do some kind of survey to find out from civil servants what their issues are, what the problems are, if they're not performing. I mean, is it that if you're demotivated in your job and you wake up in the morning and you don't want to come to work? Why? What's stopping you? Is it that you're lazy? No. I mean, there must be some reason.
Newly elected Public Relations Officer of the CSA, Louise Thomas, also gave her 2 cents on issues civil servants are being faced with as well.
I just want to further comment on something you mentioned about what are the problems. I don't think so much as it has to do with the problems, but it has to do with concerns of civil servants. Lack of communication on their part. No dialogue, no consultation, not part of the decision making. There are certain issues out there. We are aware of it. Certain changes are to be made. And if perhaps they would come to us and say, look, it has become necessary for us to make amendments to A, B, and C, consult with us. Let us know what is happening, and we would be more appreciative.
Well, many civil servants are optimistic that the revitalization of this association will bring about positive changes. Others, not so much. But in due time, TCI residents and civil servants alike, according to Ewing, will see the positive changes from the outcome of the CSA.